Previously on Operation End. No, 9 doesn't sound right. I want to say, I think it might be, we burnt down a luscious forest. Gotta do is... Yeah, we got defeated by the Nether. And here we are. What will happen next? Find out in the next episode of Operation End. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Operation End. You're probably wondering to yourself, TSMC, why are you absolutely bare naked in your front garden? And I'm going to tell you this. This is my island and I'll do what I like. So, I actually... Imagine if there were Minecraft police. Anyway, this is going to sound weird, but this episode has actually started already. Now, what I mean by that is I started this episode about half an hour ago. However, it has been the most disastrous 30 minutes that I have ever played of Minecraft. And I want to make a nice little montage for you and show you exactly what's happened. Let me run it through for you. So, first of all, I wanted to test and see if the portal in the desert, the one that was kind of ruined, are you telling me that in 2020, year of the koala, that you can't use that? What even is that? Is that like corrupted nether? Is that corrupted obsidian? Why can I not use that to create the portal? I wanted to see what would happen if I repaired it and went inside it. I figured that perhaps, since it was a naturally generated portal, that it might have some hidden treasure on the opposite side. Who's shooting me? Wait. It's just took me to my original portal. This is my original portal, isn't it? It took me directly to the same nether portal that my base portal takes me to, so what's the point in that? Second thing, I decided that I was going to make a nether dome. I thought that the nether dome was quite clever. It was going to rival the scale and size of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Yeah, okay, fair enough, okay, that's enough, I'm leaving! However, ghasts can destroy glass. Who da funk? No matter. Well, true scientists at their core are able to take things in stride, they're able to experiment, and no matter the result, keep on plodding. So, I decided that instead of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, as it was going to be called, I was going to make a cave house. I begin the cave house, it all goes rather well, I've got all of my cave building materials on me, nothing too important, just an iron pickaxe, some quartz, polished basalt, all of that, you know, all of my otherworldly, literally never-worldly possessions, and I see you out there. I'm going to have to dig all of this out. And I think that I've already mentioned this. I'm of course going to have to harvest a lot more materials than I have. But I really cannot continue on kind of spawning in, immediately getting lit. You have got to be kidding me. I swear guys, I am just about almost done with this episode. This is really not going well whatsoever. I struck lava and melted to death. So here we are at my happy place, and the only thing that I can do to make me feel better is to do this. Ka-ching. Haha. Yeah. And another push. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a couple of pushes. But the only downside to doing that is I now have to go and retrieve some sugarcane so that I can replant the farm. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword. Haha, so much sugarcane. And we replant, we rebuild, we make an enchanting room. Something has got to go right this episode. Now, I'm no mathematician, but it would seem to me as though that's quite a lofty amount of sugarcane. And with this sugarcane, we can make books, and with books, we can make a library, and with a library, we can educate ourselves on how to destroy the Nether. Oh yeah, making paper. Literally. And then we need leather. Of course we do. Well, I think everybody sees what we're going to have to make next. And the paper gets put into the chest. So it seems to me that we're going to have to get into some animal husbandry, which is fancy talk for the fact that we're going to have to farm some animals. cows to be exact, lots of them. And of course, the cows need a barn, and the only way to make a barn is to hire a certain individual that we haven't seen for a while. Jack the Lumberjack. So, very similar to how I finished off last episode, I have 3 stone axes, and I'm going to axe down so much oak wood, and if I can find it, some spruce wood. That would actually be awesome. I'd love some spruce wood as well. I'd like a nice little variety on my survival island. So far we kind of have like a perfect blend of birch and oak. The sugarcane farm is made predominantly of birch, and the house itself is made predominantly of oak, so it's quite a nice balance. And I think it'd be pretty cool if we could further extend that, whateverate that balance by adding a little bit of spruce wood as well, or dark oak. I'm not picky. However, I will settle for making the barn entirely out of oak wood if need be. I need somewhere for the cows, and I've been needing a barn anyway. And I know what some of you will be thinking. TSMC, why don't you just go right back to the Nether and just keep trying again? Persistence is key. And you just punch me in the arm as you say that, kind of like a loving father. Well, my answer to that is, there was this guy called Einstein, and he said something similar to the effect of, the definition of insanity is repeating and repeating, going back to the Nether again and again without the correct armor and weaponry. So that is a genuine quote from Einstein. You know Albert, everybody know. Anyway, genuine quote from Einstein. So we are going to make an enchantment table. We're going to get the enchantment room going. We're going to get a whole nice shiny set of diamond armor. I think that was a Freudian slip. I would like diamond armor, but I'm actually going to get iron. I'm going to get iron armor. Certainly not going to be taking a whole set of diamond armor in there when I will inevitably lose it in a lava pit. Really? Really? And you know what? Jack the Lumberjack was just doing some of his usual night lumbering, as he likes to do some lumbering at night and with the birds singing. Jack the Lumberjack finds it very peaceful out here at night. Apart from the zombies and the creepers and the Enderman, of course, you know, all of the little ghoulies that you might find. Other than that, it's quite peaceful out here in the rain and the darkness all alone. Jack the Lumberjack is very lonely, but at least I'll always have my axe. You'll never leave me. No, axe, you'd never do such a thing as to... Oh. we have 3 zombie villagers doing the conga, trying to get me. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Why are there so many zombie villagers? Conga, conga, conga. Oh no, they're burning out on the conga. Yes, yes, you'll certainly get me before you burn to death. Oh no, it didn't happen. I legit thought that was an apple tree then. Like, it literally looked like there was an apple in the leaves of that tree. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Fruit trees in Minecraft would be awesome. Now that is what I'm talking about. I think that that's dark oak. Or is it spruce? Oh, a brand new tree, guys. That looks like spruce to me. No, or is it dark oak actually? Oh, it's definitely dark oak. I should have known actually, because it grows like in a 2x2 rather than the usual formation. That is awesome. They're such cool trees. Ah, perfect. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of color contrast now, which is cool. I mean, honestly, I did sort of want spruce more so than dark oak, but I'll absolutely take dark oak. I should really make sure that I completely destroy the trunk so that I get myself a little bit of saplings. I'm sure that I can do that. Just got to make sure that I get it all, and then hopefully the leaves should start falling. I think that I already saw one. Yes, perfect. So I'll just leave it to do its thing whilst I get another one of these. I'm very happy to discover that. And don't think that I didn't notice this. Now that's quite... Wait, whoa, hello? I thought... What happened? That was like I was climbing into a treehouse or something. So Just a random mushroom in the middle of all of this? There's more. There's definitely more mushrooms. I'm gonna have to... A donkey! Donkey! Oh! I've not seen one of you guys yet. I need a saddle. I'm a stallion, baby. I love the noise. Oh, that's awesome. I really wish I had a Shrek skin. And we have discovered some lava. I'm gonna have to get my buckets over here. Yes, this is what I've been wanting. Perfect. And that is the last axe, ladies and gentlemen, which means we are going to go back to Survival Island and we are going to see what we can do in terms of building a barn. We have a pretty good set of materials. We have a stack and a half of some dark oak logs. We have almost 4 stacks of oak logs, and we should be able to make something pretty nice. It's not going to be the biggest barn in the world, certainly not, but I do want to have something that looks relatively cool. I'm thinking we use dark oak as kind of like the frame, and we fill in the barn with mainly the actual oak. So we should probably get a crafting table out here, and maybe even wait for the sun to go down, and then we can get started. Okay, so the thing is, I would actually like my barn to be right next to my house. Not over there, but I'd actually like it to be right next to my house. I can see quite a lot of necessity for having the barn, like, quite close by. Like, I want all of the important stuff kind of, like, lumped together, which might mean that I actually have to get rid of the Nether portal, or perhaps build around it. I don't particularly want to destroy the Nether portal, exactly, but I do suppose that it can't be there forever anyway. It's kind of like in a random spot on my island, so I'm going to get rid of all of these trees, because they're kind of in the way, except perhaps for the one that Mr. Bumble occupies. I think I'll probably leave that one alone, but other than that, I think that that's how this is going to go. I definitely want the barn over here to the right. I always had it in my head that when I was going to build one, it was going to go right there, so... By the way, if you're kind of curious why that area behind me is on fire, my best guess is that a ghast, whilst I was coming back through the Nether portal, shot fire at me, and missed me, luckily, and hit the cliff over there. They really don't like me. Are you gonna come out of the hole? Are you gonna... You know what? Scrappy, I tried my best to help you. If you want to come out, then you'll find a way out, won't you? I am actually going to demolish this for now. I'm definitely going to be going back to the Nether. Don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But I've got a couple of different avenues to the Nether anyway. I have the ruined portal over in the desert that's still up and running that takes me to the exact same place. So I'm not sure whether I said this theory or not, and I'm sure that the editing will be done in such a way so that you don't have to hear this twice. But my idea was, because the Nether portal in the desert connected itself to my original Nether portal, which is this one, I'm wondering that if I destroy both Nether portals, so this one right here that I am destroying, and then the Nether portal on the other side, I'm wondering if I do that and then go through the desert portal, if that will take me to the designated area that it should have been, because I know that Nether portals get a little bit weird. I've done that through experimenting in creative and stuff. Like, I know that if you build too many too close together, then they start joining in weird ways and you start like popping out of portals that you didn't want to. I mean, I don't know if that'll work. I genuinely don't. It might not. It might be a completely silly idea, but it's an interesting one nonetheless. Collect all of these saplings and sticks. And I'm going to put this away once again for safekeeping. I really don't trust myself with anything at the moment. Have a real bad habit of losing stuff. The Nether has really messed me up, ladies and gentlemen. Quite honestly, I didn't expect to get grand slammed so hard in the Nether. I really didn't. I thought that it was going to be quite a pleasant journey, but quite clearly, just got to go back with the right armor, with the right equipment, and we can definitely can definitely do something better than what we've done. And that's going to get sealed up as well, because I don't like there just being like a random hole in the near my sugarcane farm. Perfect. So, like I said, I want the frame of the barn to be made out of dark oak log. So if we kind of just start there. So I'm thinking, so the entrance to the barn, it can be, say here, maybe we have like a couple of rows, and I want it to be high enough that perhaps we can even keep a horse in here. So it's going to have to be, I believe, 3 rows high for horses. Am I right about that? I think that I am, actually, so 3 rows high. It's going to be a relatively simple design, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you know, I don't have loads and loads and loads of materials, but I'm going to try my best to make it look at least a little bit pretty. So this is going to be the entrance area. We will have, maybe we'll have some, like, upside down stairs. Let's make some planks. How many can we... Maybe just a few sets of stairs here. So if we have some planks and stairs, maybe we'll have it extend back by 8. Maybe that's like a decent number. So, or maybe we'll have like a set of 3 stairs, and then we'll have like a separation. This is even perhaps where the oak could come in, and then we could have like 3 upside down stairs. My bad, and then separation once again. So maybe this is about as big as the farm, or barn I should say. It's not a farm. Well, I suppose it is sort of like a farm. Needs to be here. I don't mind the... Did you just chuck a trident at me? Did you really just do that? I don't think you're in a position to fight me, my friend. I think that... Yes! Yes, Scrappy! Yes! Well, you know, you didn't last... Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Would you like to feast on the flesh of my enemies? I bet you would. Can I feed you this? I can. That was a bad idea though, right? I shouldn't feed him rotten flesh. Or can dogs eat rotten flesh? I don't know. I feel bad about doing that, quite honestly. I'm sorry for giving you that, Scrappy. No, you... Well, what about my rotten flesh? You don't get to have any rotten flesh, Fernando. You can't eat it. See? Oh, Scrappy! Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? No! What? What? Oh! Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't know that could happen. I didn't know that could happen. Cow? Cow. How do I have it in my head that you attract cows with wheat. We'll mourn Scrappy in just a moment. Yes, I was right. Perfect. I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to need more of you. Hello, everybody. Come on. You're so fast. No, I didn't mean to give it... Ah, that's fine. Okay. I'm glad you like that. No, don't try and make some sort of chicken cow hybrid. Chicken and cow. Wasn't that a TV program? I think that's why I just said it like cow and chicken and cat. Anybody remember watching that? I'm pretty sure I did. I think it was on Cartoon Network. Rest in peace, Scrappy. Rest in peace. Well, what I do know is that Scrappy would want us to continue building the barn in his name, and that is exactly what we are going to do. So I'm thinking that the barn can be at least a little bit longer than it is. Let's have 3 sections of 3, if that makes sense. So like another 1, 2, 3. That's perfect. And then on the end here, we're going to have to obviously build up a little bit of land here. So here, and then we'll have to even build some land behind it, because I want to be able to come out of the barn both ends. I want it to be a little bit open-ended. We may even have to build, say, like a little wall as well, just so that it's a little bit more fortified, so to speak. So yeah, I think that this is going to be a good size for the barn, not a big size for the barn. It's going to be a big size for the barn. It's going to be a good size for the barn. And yeah, I think about that many blocks high, then obviously the ceiling's going to make it higher. Scrappy would have loved to have killed you. In the name of Scrappy, I will take you out myself with an axe. And thank you for the hat. I've actually been wanting a hat recently. Thanks for... Yeah, I mean, it's not a gold cat. It's It's not my gold builder's hat that I usually have, but I guess it'll have to do. Desperate times, desperate measures, and all of that. So the inside of the barn it's going to have parallel beams opposite of where these supports are. So these parallel beams are, I'm just leaving a gap of 2 between them just so that we can walk in amongst the barn just like this. And then it's going to have, I think that I'm going to have it so that the barn's kind of got like an open section, like a roaming section, so to speak. I mean, we've actually got some fence. So we'd have to figure out exactly how big that's going to be. But, so like, let's say that do we have any more stairs? Let's say that the inside section's here, and maybe we'll have like 1, 2. We've got rows of 3, right? So if we stick to like 3, 4, 5, 6, so like in that same sort of like build, it's just double 3. That's why I decided to choose 6. I mean, I don't know if that's too big, but honestly, I probably do want a decent sized barn. It might even be better if I did segment the barn. Actually, so like if say that I did actually make it just a tad bit wider, and then if I could at least split it into 2. So I've got a place for my chickens. My chickens, obviously, they're attached to my house. But if we have, and where's the middle? That would be the middle. But if we have in here, the horse, I eventually want a horse, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't even know if I can craft a saddle. I'm actually really curious about that. Hang on. Now, in my head, you can't craft saddles. You must come upon them. Yes. Yeah, I guess that you can't craft them. You've got to get one as a... Can you get them as a drop? I know that you can find them in specific places in chests. That's real unfortunate. So I guess that I'm going to have to do some adventuring if I ever want a horse. But anyway, the horse can have its own separate paddock? Question mark? Is that the right name for where a horse stays? I'm not quite sure. I mean, that might even be attached to the house. But I'm thinking like we've got sheep, cows, and pigs. We can have pigs and cows in this particular barn, and sheep I'm going to want to have like... I know that it's possible to have like some sort of sheep farm in which like you can have like all of the coloured sheep like automatically harvested. I'm sure that I saw a picture on Reddit where there was like this guy had some sort of redstone contraption where like he had all the different colours of sheep and they were in some sort of like weird chambers or something, and there was like droppers underneath. Well, knowing that that exists in some sort of way, this is pretty much just going to be for cows and pigs. So we're going to need some more supports here, and this is going to be the inside part, as I mentioned, and it'll probably be split. We could even do with this being a little bit bigger, honestly. But we'll start off with this anyway. So like we want to have supports here as well. And this is going to be the back of the barn, of course. So this, if you can see this square here, this is all going to be living space. But now I'm in a predicament where, unless I extend the barn a little bit further so that I can walk around and have something like this, right? And then I guess that can be the entrance and exit. So like the entrance can be here and the exit can be here, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. And that way you can walk around the animals and you can have an entrance to say like the cow bit here and the pig bit here, and then they are separated with a layer of birch fence or whatever material it might be. So I'm thinking in here as well that we have, we can use some dark oak. I'm going to have to start implementing. I actually really like the dark oak and birch. I might have to use birch instead of oak, actually, but so that you guys can get like a good visual representation of that. And maybe I can just build this into the water. I actually have enough blocks. It wouldn't actually be a big deal, especially if we're not going to pop out of the other side now. So, hang on, so I did that wrong, so, yeah, okay, I've just got to shift that a row over. No, come back, wood, you can't survive in the water, you'll drown. We wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. I'm still mourning the loss of Scrappy. I'm mourning the loss of the fact that this series hasn't went in the direction that I thought it was going to go in this episode. It's very fitting that it's raining a lot, honestly. So this is how the structure of the barn is going to look. I'm actually quite happy with this. So I'm going to have to connect it all together at the bottom with some dark oak wood stairs. I'm thinking about leaving at least some of the barn exposed on the outside. So I don't want to use glass despite the fact that I have so much of it. So much of it. I'm hoping not to need glass for a very, very long time. This is going to get placed incorrectly. I can see that. Yes, it is. Before I make any decisions about how the walls are going to be done, I've already decided that I am going to be using oak planks for the floor. So I'm only going to be using it for the inside part of the floor. I'm not going to be using it for the outside, of course, because that seems to defeat the point of it. But I am going to be using it for the inside like this, and it will just make it look a little bit better. I can see that drown coming to get me, so I'm just going to block that up. As a matter of fact, there's actually drown everywhere. I'm really going to have to fortify my island. Maybe I turn my island into a giant glass dome. Maybe that's what I use all of that glass for. I think that I'm going to place dark oak wood underneath the fence, and I'm also going to create a similar split in here using the dark oak too. So I'm pretty sure that I've mentioned it, but now hopefully it's like a better representation that this side here is going to be for, say, cows, this side here is going to be for pigs, and this is a walkway. And we have to also place some upside down stairs here, made difficult by the forest fire monument. And funnily enough, there's not even a forest anymore. Which I guess is the point of the monument, showing what can happen when lava gets involved. So this is looking exactly how I imagined it in my head. So I'm actually quite happy with this. We have to make an entrance, an exit for ourselves so that we can actually get in and see the cows and pigs. So I'm thinking like a upside down dark oak wood stairs with perhaps a little bit of dark oak planks next to the stairs like this. And maybe we can even have like a little bit of glass involved, like here, maybe some glass pane or something, just to vary the materials. And then we're going to need gates, which we don't actually have on us at the moment, but we can have gates, and then that will be these little areas complete. Whether or not then we decide to fill the walls in with fence or glass, I am genuinely thinking fence. I think that some birch fence, or maybe some oak fence to vary it up. I don't have any oak fence on me. We can give it a go though. Let's have a look. Let's see how it looks. But I know that I really like the birch and dark oak combo. But I mean, oak doesn't look quite as good, but then then it's a different material. So we're gonna have to sleep on this quite literally. So I slept on it, and I think that I have actually decided that the barn is going to be made out of oak and dark oak. So I'm going to save the birch. I mean, we can use the birch in another project, but I'm going to do this. I'm gonna have oak fence all along the outside of the barn, just because it feels a bit more barny that way. I think that I'm going to have some glass on the inside of the barn, and then we're going to have to talk about the roof, but I'm pretty sure that I know what I'm going to do with that. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. So we have all of the outsides covered in oak fence. I'm really happy about that. I think that that looks cool. When it comes to the inside, we have to add a little bit of glass here and here. Oh, we have to add some fence gates here as well, but that's okay. We can sort that out in just a second. I'm thinking glass in here as well, so I like to properly observe the animals as the doctor that I am, the doctor of animals, as I am known at the Animal University. I observe and see what the sheep are up to, just to make sure they're not up to something. And I also have to try and figure out what to do with this area here right now. So I'm going to add some oak fence around here. And this is going to be the outside portion of the barn. We got to dig. So maybe we'll just give the animals free reign. So maybe we'll just like have these opened like this. Perfect. So we can have this nice and open, and then no, actually that doesn't work unless Unless I then split this area, then that does work, because I don't want them mixing together only for easiness sake. So I don't think they'll be able to get over the 1 block high area. I'm hoping anyway, and that's looking pretty good. The only thing that I don't know what to do with, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, is this area right here. It might just be best for me to mimic what we have here. We don't have quite enough fence though. So I think that I want to have kind of like a curved entrance / exit for the animals. I think that this will look kind of cool. I'm definitely going to have to light this barn up a lot, by the way. I'm going to have to get the torches around it, but I can definitely do that a little bit later. But so far, I'm actually really happy with it. Even like with the positioning. It's... Oh, what? I just realized it actually sort of lines up with the house perfectly. That's kind of crazy. I legitimately did not design it that way. I just kind of like put it over here to the right, and it somehow it's just ended up being like a little bit of a mirror. So I know that the roof is going to be made out of oak slabs. That's kind of like the style that I like. I don't particular. I like the kind of like stairs roof, but I almost think it looks a little bit chunky. So I'm going to start off just by placing some oak slabs like this, just all the way around the edge. So something like this, and I'm going to see if I can put a little something together, and I'll show you the end result of it. I feel a little bit stuck with the roof. I'm not sure how to make it because it's a bit of a weird shape. So I need to... The roof kind of like needs to come over this way. And this kind of like covers up the cool upside down stairs that I have. And it's kind of like just turned it into a box. So I don't know how to... Unless I kind of like split it into two. So like if I have... Let's say that I have... like if we have that style of roof kind of like along the walkway of the barn. And then I don't know what to have for the middle part of the barn then. It looks a lot... I guess unless we kind of have just like that standard like boxy shape where... It kind of just like goes all the way around like, I can 100% see me demolishing this roof. As I keep saying, I'm not 100% sure what to do with it, but I guess that I'll just start off by doing this and see how it goes. So, I guess I could just fill the top of this in now, but it's going to look so very, very boring, but I don't think at this point in time I have the resources to really do anything else with it. There we go, perfect. So on the inside now, it's going to look a little bit weird. That's the only thing. I think that from this angle, actually, I think it looks really, really cool. It's just that because I know it's boring on the top, like I know that there's a problem with it. But again, we'll sort things out at a later date. But this is, I actually really like it. I think it looks nice. The only thing that I might raise the roof up even more. And, oh, I'm going to need some more dark oak. Luckily, I know where it is. I'm going to have to raise up the supports here. So, like I'm going to have to, like, delete this, and I'm going to have to add, like, an extra oak in here, perhaps. Or maybe there's a bad example, because maybe, like, I can just leave it. Like, if there's not a problem, I suppose I can just leave those blocks. But... like here, I think that we're going to have to raise the roof up even more. Like, I don't like the look of this not being connected properly. So, we will definitely... how do I solve that? First of all, I'm going to get some more dark oak, and then we'll see how we can make that look a bit better. Here we go. Yeah, see, like here, like this is no good. I know for the middle part of the roof, obviously we can extend the roof upwards and we can make it look nice. But for that particular point on the front of the roof, like here we're going to have to... I don't quite know how to fix that. I'll show you what I mean. Like, this glass here, right? This has to be extended upwards an additional row, and then it has to have oak wood slabs on it, which is fine. But in doing that, then this looks weird, right? So, like, this has to be extended up an entire row. But then that doesn't quite work out unless I drop the edge of the roof down another half block, and then it does work. So I'm gonna have to do a bit of experimenting. So if we just add all of the glass and the oak planks and the oak, so here, 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 and then, oh, I guess there's no more oak, but what about the planks? I hope that we don't need more than 2 of these. My inventory is so full, and I've just lost my axe. Passing the time? Play for 100 days? Are you kidding me? Have we really been playing for that long? That is crazy. By the way, I don't think it's actual days. I know that it's Minecraft days. That's actually insane. And at the same time that I dropped the axe, what perfect timing. I couldn't have axed for better timing. Ha ha ha. Got you back. I just remember that I have to raise this up as well, and I'm starting to wonder if this can be fixed by perhaps making a bit more of a feature of the way that the animals exit onto the like outdoor area. Like if we raise up this front part and maybe add like a bit of a curve into like these exits, then I think that maybe we can salvage the roof and make it look cool. So if we begin just by taking this top layer off here, or if we just take this part off here. So if we place oak slabs on top of here, then that kind of lets us know how big this has to be. So like if we start with the point where like the roof has to meet this, then that lets us know exactly what we're working with. So if we place this just all the way around the edge here, and then that will connect over there, right? I think that that's the right height. So, or maybe it's not. That might not even be the right height. So we might even have to alter this. But if you work from the most awkward part down, I think that that can really help, and that probably transcends to all different kinds of buildings. So like this is like where the top of this has to be, and then the oak slots perfectly on top of that dark oak there, which leaves us with this part here. So this is obviously quite a weird shape, but there has got to be a way to make this less weird. Maybe we could try something a bit different. Like if we connect these across the top here, and then perhaps if we have a row of oak here as well. I think that this is going to perhaps look a little bit too modern, so like this, and then this would have to extend in front as to connect to that roof properly. Then I don't know how that looks. So I'm thinking if I raise up this side of the barn, then this might fix it. How did you get up here? How did you... What? You have came to some great lengths, and I'm sorry, but your journey has been See, I think that actually looks quite interesting, despite the fact that that's sort of like a modern-ish looking roof. I actually do sort of like it, so perhaps if we could emulate this, kind of like going around the side, I don't mind there being a little gap. I mean, again, it kind of adds like a little bit of intrigue to the roof, I think. So to achieve this, I think that we just add the slabs here, just around the top, like so, and... yeah, I mean, that's kind of interesting looking. I know that there's like little gaps and stuff, but I actually really like that. So we've just got to somehow apply that to the entire barn, and then I think we'll be quite happy. Now that I like. We're really starting to get somewhere here, ladies and gentlemen. That definitely looks a lot better. I think that all we have to do is to make the roof peak a little bit more, and then I think that we're golden. Now we did it, boys and girls. We managed to make ourselves a pretty fine barn, and over here at TSMC Farm, we like to make our animals happy. We have 2 large enclosures. We have one for pigs and one for cows, aka Moo Moo. So he's over here. We call this guy item frame, because that is what he's going to be made into almost immediately. So the farm also has a large walkway where hopefully we can walk through here on a horse. It's actually not important because horses aren't going to be stored in here anyway, but it's pretty high, it's nice and airy, it's very well lit. We have access to both of the enclosures. I'm calling them enclosures because I don't know what to call them otherwise, like pens? The pens, I guess? I don't know, but yeah, very, very happy with the design. I wish it was a little bit more detailed, but I don't want to waste too many materials on just adding a little bit of flair to it. But over time, hopefully everything is just going to start looking better. So I think that the next obvious move is to find item frame over there a friend. I think sheep like wheat as well. I've made a discovery. That's perfect. That's excellent. Okay, did not know that. Cow. Oh, cows. Wait, I see movement. Yes. Oh, there's more than one. There's more than one. Hello, friends. How would you like to join TSMC Farm? I think I'll call you Leatherbound Book, and I'll call you, well, Leatherbound Book 2. Come on, guys, get moving. Everybody in. Except you. You can't come in. You're not part of the barn. Perfect. Okay. So all we've got to do is transfer item frame over here to hang out with Leatherbound Book 2, and then we're pretty good. Get out of here, zombie. You're not part of this. Yeah, you like this, don't you? Come on. Come on. What, you want it too? Yes. Okay, excellent. No, well, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to be honest with you. No, we have chickens on the loose, guys. We have chickens on the loose. We'll have to get them in a second. Come on, come on. Yeah, everybody, come on in. Yes, perfect. Great success. Here we go. So, I guess you like wheat as well. That's what makes sheep's breed as well. Perfect. Sheeps. That's what makes sheep breed. I think we can get everybody back in the pen. Come on, come on. Everybody in. Everybody in. I'll tell you what. What? Repopulation. Awesome. Breed 2 cows with wheat. Excellent. Nice. And then we have a little baby cow. A calf, if you will. Are you kidding me? Okay, alright. You just scuttle over there. Alright, I'll leave you to do you. But now we can make baby sheeps, and we can make some more calves. Lambs, I guess. We can make some lambs, and we can make some calves. Oh, we can really get this going, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very happy about this. More cows! Whoa, hey, I thought we were friendly. Leave me... What did I do? I'm not a fly. Hey. Do you want to... Oh, okay. Well, thanks for watching. Guess we have more spider eyes for our chest. I think that I also want to add some dark oak wood around the fence area that we have here. I think that will kind of just help frame it a little bit. But I'm very happy to see that there's been no jailbreaks yet, which is really impressive. I was 100% certain that this wasn't going to work, but this is going very well. So, in amongst breeding the animals, I have been arranging all of my storage chests. Everything is nice and clean. I still have kind of like a chest that I dump everything into that I don't quite know where to put it, such as dirt and this nether rack and rotten flesh. I seriously don't know what to even do with that. But when it comes to everything else, all of the other chests are filling up rather nicely. So now I'm kind of in like a dual period where I have nothing to do other than breed my animals and wait for my crops to grow. My precious, precious carrots. I really do like carrots for some reason. These seem to be a very effective crop. Like, you seem to double your yield every single time you harvest them. So I'm definitely going to have to make another crop circle, or perhaps like a giant crop oval. It might even like extend out far past here. Maybe I could work on that. I keep hearing what I think is a witch. I keep hearing like a but I'm really hoping that isn't the case. I certainly keep hearing that. Speaking of the sugarcane farm though, it's ready for harvest. Ching. Oh, and then Ka-ching. So satisfying. I love it. There it is! I knew you were down here, so you know what? See you later. 55 sugarcane. Delicious. So much paper, guys. So much paper. So let's work this out right here, right? So we need 3 paper to 1 book. Okay. And we need 3 books per bookshelf. So therefore, we need 9 paper. And I think that you need, I have it in my head, 16 bookshelves to make a full enchantment table. I don't know that for a fact. I will definitely be Googling that though. But not right now. But working on that fact, so if we need 16 times 9, 90, 45, 135... Is that 144 paper? Is that? That's just off the top of my head. And we have... Where do we have our paper? And we have our paper in here. I think that we have just about got enough, like... Oh, we've even got more sugarcane. Oh, only 7 more. So, like 60, 60, 120 plus 30. Actually, I think that theoretically we do have enough paper for all of the bookshelves. We need, I think, 1 additional book for the enchanting table as well. We're well on our way, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm thinking maybe I can just, like, extrapolate the carrot farm from here, like if we just add a bit of a curve in here and make it just really, really long. Maybe even like build it into the water. I want it raised because I think that that'll look cool. And in addition to... Oh, that's so annoying that the wood went that way. And in addition to that, I really like the idea that it will provide a little bit of protection. Like, if we raise a wall around this part here, it can only help to fortify the farm area a little bit. So, like, if this gets raised an additional row, and then ultimately we can put, like, an extra slab around here, then it can only help to fortify around the sugarcane farm. And maybe this can even connect to the sugarcane farm as well. This is going to look pretty big, because it is going to be big. Maybe, how far do we want to take it? Maybe just like 3 or so more rows? Then we have to have a curve as well. So that would be, so this would connect here, and then a couple of, maybe we'll have like a bit more of, no, it can just be a slight curve here. And then this has to get extended all the way here. And let me think, probably, I want it to connect maybe about here. So like if we, let's see, so all the way over across. Have I got enough oak wood to connect it to the farm? Yes, I have. So as you can see, that just being the outline, that's going to be as big as the carrot area. That's about as big as I want the carrot area, I think. And I think that that's actually going to be a pretty good size. And we'll walk up into the carrot area from here. So maybe we'll just like knock out some of these blocks, or maybe it will just connect directly. Either way, I need more wood. Oh, look, here's some I bought earlier. So this is a pretty decent size area. I'm not unhappy with this. I quite like it. So I now have to fill it in with dirt. Oh look, here's some I found earlier. I think I might even make it so that the back end of the farm here is a little bit bigger. So we might have some varying heights. Varying heights. What? Why did that sound weird when I said it in my head? So this is going to be the base design of the crop circle. Very similar to the others. It's just a little bit bigger, and it's not a circle, it's an oval. Unless that is in the circle family, I don't know. I've always said ovals are like fat circles, and that's why I like them better. I relate to them. So I just have to provide it a little bit of light using some birch fence and some torches, kind of like how we have here. I need to hydrate the water, and then I just have to add the carrots. All of which can be done in the click of a button. There we go, that is absolutely perfect. It's not much now, I'll admit to you, but that is certainly going to get a lot more impressive over time. Not even 100% sure that carrots are that useful, although I'm pretty sure you can get golden carrots, perhaps make golden carrots, so that might be something for the future. I'm pretty sure that in a couple of Let's Plays that I've looked at a little bit, people have golden carrots as a food source, so maybe, maybe not, we'll see. That might just be a Java thing, who knows. So I just heard thunder. That's bad news. Today's the day, guys. This is what we've been working for. Okay, who wants to be an enchanting table? Who wants to... You? No, maybe not you. You want to be... You're going to be an enchanting table. Thank you so much for your sacrifice. I really appreciate it. So, first of all, we make a book. And then we need obsidian. Here we are. And diamonds. And now we can make an enchantment table. Ha ha ha, yes! And with this enchantment table, we're going to put it right here. That's all we're going to do with it. Maybe I should open it first. I mean, well, let's just put something in there. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you need... Oh, what? You also need lapis lazuli? Along with your enchantment levels? I did not know that. Is that just for the hoe, or is that also for, like, the sword as well? Yes, you do. Okay, so now I know what lapis lazuli does. I did not know that. That is so cool, though. We have an enchantment table, which means we're going to need to find some lapis lazuli. We're going to have to get some levels, and we're going to have to get stuff that's worth enchanting. Oh, wait, what? I got an achievement. Construct an enchantment table. That was a little bit late. And once again, we have reached a natural end to the episode. Despite the fact that I didn't see the episode going this way, I feel as though that we have accomplished a good amount. We've done some stuff that I'm really happy about. First of all, we have constructed a giant carrot farm. It's a little small at the moment, but in the next episode it will be the envy of every rabbit that exists in Minecraft. Bugs Bunny himself will want to see it. Number 2, we have a barn. Not only am I quite happy with the design of the barn, not only does it seem quite functional, but this has allowed us to make our very first enchantment table, which is really exciting. So that opens up a completely new avenue of the game. We lost a dog. Unfortunately, we lost Scruffy. Rest in peace. He died defending us. But I feel as though that we have moved quite a few steps forward, despite the fact that at the beginning of the episode, I felt the exact opposite, that we had moved a few steps back. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.